let's see who we should burn up next. I think I want to do someone a little bit more like magical. So I'm thinking maybe Robillard. I want to bust out the Codex. So let's do Robillard next. Someone that isn't Robillard's sort of connected to Alessandra. Could end up somewhere else. Let's burn up old man Robillard Garrulus. Now Robillard, he's gonna be like 7 or 8 life paths. Dude's gonna be old as fuck because Robillard Garrulus is a, how did I describe him before? He's like a weird, obsessive scholar bishop, right? Like he's learned some fucked up stuff in his day about the angels, and he's like kind of an obsessive, and he's very strange. S.C. Hayworth, thank you for the prime sub. Welcome back. So Robillard Garrulus is Alessandra's uncle, was a sort of mentor to Miro, and is now Agatha's friend. Yeah, he angel otaku, obsessive magician. He is a summoner. He's got a lot of weird stuff going on with him. So let's see how long this takes, and then I know I was saying I was going to do a Katarina and Tabitha, but I might do, just for fun, we might do Emilio after this. Well, let's do Emilio next, because he was in prison, and he seems like he might be a fun character to burn up, and I like him. We'll just put old hateful ludist over here. See how we can make him. Okay, so character concept here is angel obsessed church leader, like angel obsessed bishop, something like that. Recommended life pass, I don't know, but it's going to be a lot, and he is a human of mannish stock. Yeah, we gotta hit one out for the fans. We'll do some of that fan service. So we know he's a noble. So he was born noble. I want him. I think he's played by. I was thinking about actors for him. He was played by. God, what's his name? Lance Henriksen. Like not 80s Lance Henriksen, but like older. Like, what does Lance Henriksen look like right now? Lance Henriksen. Yes. Yeah, fuck yes. But like with black hair instead of white hair. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Cool. Yeah. There's a really good picture of him from The Quick and the Dead with like a goatee and a mustache from back in his seminary school days. Okay, so let's do this. So we know he was born noble, and we want to end him with a significant like life path where he's like a bishop, or like the highest thing you can be without being the Pope. So let's look at the religious life paths, and we might work back for him. Oh, and he's also we're definitely gonna give him faith in not a faith in a dead god, but I'm gonna give him faith in the angels, because I think you can get faith is easy to come by. The question is whether he has corruption or not. I think no. I think probably not yet, but he could learn it. Theologian, sweet. Archpriest. I think bishop might be the highest possible you can get from the religious subsetting. Ooh, exorcist is a fucking good one too. Archbishop or cardinal is above bishop, but I don't think there are ones. I think bishop is the highest possible. Yeah, I think it's the highest possible one for him. I mean, by like life paths, not just like actually in the church. Yeah, did we establish he has corruption already? Let me look. Here's a bunch of the skills he already has. Oh yeah, he does have corruption. He sure does. He's got corruption too. Okay, we're gonna call him bishop. He's gonna be bishop, which means I'm gonna have to track back from there. So let's see how many.
You have returned.
So bishop is where he was right before the game started. From there, he has to have been...
You have returned.
Hey, Wizard. Hey, Metroid. Welcome back, friends. He has to have been an Archpriest, a Viscount, a Count, Duke, or Prince. So we're going to go with Archpriest. Prior to being an Archpriest, he must have been a... Oh, actually, he's a Theologian after Bishop, because Bishop requires it. God, this guy's going to be old as fuck. All right. So, Bishop, Archpriest. Prior to that, he has to be a priest or court priest. What is court priest? Oh, that's like the courtly one. No, I don't think he spent time at court. Like he's pretty connected to court. Okay, yeah, let's use court priest. This is just like I'm figuring these out now, and then we'll come back and we'll see. Court priest, and then let me look at the court setting to see what he had to be before that. He's gonna have to jump, I think, from noble to religion and back. Okay, from court priest he had to have been a priest. Jesus. I mean, if he ends up being like 180, then I need to stop. We need to like adjust this. But what did you have to be a priest? So this is like his teenage years. Court priest is in what city? Noble court. Okay. To be a court priest, you had to be a regular priest. To be a regular priest, let's see. Is there a priest in the noble court, or do you have to come there from religion? So he like went into the court and then came back. Also, I love that hostage is a life path. That's how you be what's his name? The twerp that gets tortured in Game of Thrones. Okay, so where's priest? Where are those priest here? Priest requires... here we go. Acolyte. Religious acolyte. Ancient ass motherfucker. Priests in this don't have beards because priests don't have kids. All right, religious acolyte. Oh my god, can we do it in one more? God, he's going to be like 8 life paths. Yeah, Theon. That was his name. And then, yeah, we could skip court priest, but I think he's connected to the priesthood, so and connected to the court. All right, religious acolyte is where? Religious acolyte. What setting is that in? Why is it not in religious? What page is that shit on? Temple acolyte. Is it back in the court? It is. Yeah, it's a noble setting. Okay. Okay, so that'll carry him over. Perfect. Okay. And needs nobleborn. And then we're good. So that might be the first thing he did. He might have just gone straight into the church as a youth. Let me just find it here. Court priest. If somebody has a page number for me, if you found it before me, let me know what it is, because that would be sweet. Yeah, student would be a good fit in there too, as well. Oh, I was looking in the wrong one. Okay, religious acolyte. I found it. It's on 177. Thank you. Cool. All right, religious acolyte puts him. That's it. We could just do it from here. Born noble. Let's see. Let's throw student in here first, and see how he looks with 8 life paths. Let's see how old he is. Yeah, I'll throw gifted at him like just as a thing. But I don't think he's doing sorcery. I think like we haven't seen him do it yet. He is a summoner, not a sorcerer, and I don't think that countermands anything he's done so far. Yeah, we just have to make sure that he ends up with cercination, summoning, and that's it. Those 2 skills, and we'll just use general to buy those. So, my old man. Born noble. Yeah, he's not gifted. No, he doesn't have art magic. All right, time is 8 years. Because remember we said that anybody can summon. So Born Noble gives him, it's not a lead. Resources are 15, no stats. Skill points are 5 general, 0 regular, 1 trait point, and he gets Mark of Privilege, Lordship, Eminence, and Grace. So Mark of Privilege, fucking nobles. Your Lordship. And he's going to have to take your Grace, I think. Your Eminence and your Grace. And he has to take Mark of Privilege. And that's fine. Okay. And then he became a student at the ripe old age of 8. Spent 4 years getting some education. He gets 10 resources. This is not a lead. Stats-wise for this, he gets 1 mental and no physical. Skill points for a student are 8, and then 1 trait of any kind with no requirements. And the skills are Write, Read, Rule of Law, Oratory, and Doctrine. Right? Read, Rule of Law. Write, Read, Rule of Law, Oratory, Doctrine, and what else? Yeah, so he needs your Grace for Bishop. Perfect. Okay. Right, Read, Rule of Law, Oratory, Doctrine, and Etiquette. Did I spell etiquette wrong? No, I did. There we go. Okay. All right, and then from student, he became a religious acolyte, and that took him 5 years. Fucking school to seminary school. A religious acolyte gets 10 of those, 10 resources, 1 mental, no physical, 6 skill points, no general, and 2, and this is where he got faithful from. So, or he could. So he gets tonsured and faithful. And tonsured is required. Okay. He also could take Doctrine, or he's required to take Doctrine. So that becomes a list option. Doctrine, Bureaucracy, and Etiquette. So he only gains 1 new skill. So bureaucracy. Okay. All right. Good. So next he became a priest, like a proper for realsies priest. And that is a shift. That leads out, right, to religious. And when you make a lead, it's how many years? It's just 1 extra year, right? So he became a priest at the age of 17, blessed by the angels. And that moved him into the religious subsetting. And it took him 5 years. So he was a priest till he was 22. And he gets 18 resource points. He gets another mental point. He gets 7 skill points. No general. And he gains a trait. 2 trait points, 1 of which has to be vested. Okay, so vested. Oh, no, that's not a skill. That's a trait, dummy. Vested, here it is. So he's like Miro, vested and tonsured. Great. Next from there, he became priest to the court, which was another shift back. So he came on home. So he was the court. He served as the court priest, probably to the court that Alessandra came from, right? And based on the time, Alessandra might start having her first memories of him around this age. He probably did whatever was the baptizing of her. And he started to really this would be around when he got attached to her. Maybe between court priest and archpriest, depending on kind of where he ends up. What's interesting to me is knowing where these characters start to overlap. That's something that I find really fun about doing this process for NPCs, because it really helps me understand how the NPCs might think of the character. Like if you're like, oh, we've known each other for your whole life, versus just like, I kind of know you. All right, so he was a court priest for 6 years. He served the court for 6 years, which gave him 20 resources. And court priest gets another mental. 1 mental. And skills, he got 5. And no general and 2 trait points. Okay. All right. Yes, this one was a lead back out. Yep, you're right. And then for skills, he has to take etiquette, obviously as the court priest, makes sense. But he can also take history, symbology, doctrine, and persuasion. So history is new. Persuasion is new. But everything else is the same. He's going to be really good at a few skills. So history... and symbology also. This is an important one too. So it's also interesting seeing where these things started to like get picked up. Okay. Is there a summoner life path? I don't think he ever, I think it's all extra. It's outside of, like he didn't do a life path for that. I think he just like, I think he just like learned it on his own from forbidden text. You think I missed his priest skills? Let's double check. I think they just overlap super hard, but I will double check. Oh, I totally did. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Oratory, he already has. Suasion. So that's new. And he has to take oratory. Thank you. Your name is very hard to pronounce, but I'm going to call you Wace. Thank you for that. Oratory, suasion, read, write, and doctrine he already has. He gets ritual and religious history. Okay, ritual and religious history. If you want to give me a phonetic pronunciation of your name, then I won't be mixed up next time. I would appreciate that. Okay, good. So that's priest, and then it's court priest. And then, man, this guy's ambitious. He's an archpriest at age 28. So firing his way up the ladder, he becomes archpriest. So this would be like priest of the city that he lived in. Ways? Okay, cool. I'm into it. So he's the archpriest. Archpriest, I think, covers the city. Then bishop covers the country. And then theologian is like extra shit. Yeah, man. When I was 28, I hadn't fucking accomplished shit. I wrote a game. Okay, archpriest. And this one's a lead back from the court. So he did his time. Oh, and I forgot his court priest. He's royal favorite is court priest. Let me go for traits. I got turned around there. Court priest. Where are you? Court chef. Nope, that's not the one. Court jester. Also not the one. Right. Okay. Court priest. Royal favorite and faithful are the 2 options there. So he has to take royal favorite. So the king of whatever land she's from, Alessandra, the king and queen, they like this guy. And then faithful's already on the list. Okay. So now we can go back and we can find archpriest. So he left the court as a favored priest, and then they put in a word for him like, yo, this guy is great. You should make him archpriest of the city. And so they did. And he did become the archpriest. And while he was the archpriest, learned was he of many a skill. And as soon as I find the page, I will tell you upon thy ears what skill that might be. Here we go. All right, so he was the archpriest for 5 years before he became the bishop. 6 years if you count the amount of time it took to move in there. Archpriest gets you 25 resource points. His resources just climbing up. The Archpriest gets 1 mental or physical. I'm definitely giving him the mental point. Skills-wise, he has a bunch that are already similar, but he gets 10 points. General, he gets none. And then he gets 2 points, one of which he has to spend on Imperious Demeanor. So let's put that down here. Imperious Demeanor. And he has to take that one. All right. So he's got that Imperious Demeanor. And his skills are, he has to take Oratory, which I think is already... Yep, okay. So after that, he has to take Suasion. So let's mark that. Okay, that's good. If he does not already have Read, Write, Doctrine, History. Yep, got all those. Religious History, got that one. Ritual, got it. Oh, here we go. Church-wise, parish-wise, and tithe-wise. Church-wise, parish-wise. Am I looking at the right one here? Archpriest, yeah. Church-wise, parish-wise, and tithe-wise. Got it. Okay, so that's those ones. And then his traits as the Archpriest is, we got it, Imperious Demeanor. Okay, so now we move him from Archpriest to Bishop. So he spends 8 years as a bishop. And bishop stays the same. And bishop requires, he has to take your grace. So I'm gonna make a point here. So your grace must be purchased, just like the king. I like how much more complicated he is with all these life paths. But he's gonna be much more focused. And as a bishop, he gets 45 life paths, 45 points for resources. He gets no stat points. And then for skills, he's going to get 7 points. And this is interesting. I love what the skill lists say about the character types. So he gets that. He has no general points. He has 2 points to spend, and he has to take domineering presence. All right, so he's a domineering, imperious royal favorite who is vested, tonsured, must be referred to as your grace, and has the mark of privilege about him. And then as a bishop, he learned such exciting skills as religious history, so he has to take that one. He also learned intimidation. He would additionally have the option to learn ritual, symbology, history, which he already has, obscure history. Okay. Obscure history. Now remember, he's a foreigner, so that he's the royal favorite of a different king and queen. He's not from here. And then he stopped being the bishop. He like retired or something and became a theologian instead. So he was given a mission by God to like go and learn. Theologian, the definition is, let's see, an expert in theology, someone who understands the study of the nature of the divine. So he was called away from being the bishop to spend 10 years studying God, the nature of God. That's pretty fucking cool, actually. That makes him really interesting, where he's just like, no, I have things I must learn. So he's like a former bishop? Yeah, he's on his way to like sainthood for sure. Or he was angling for it, totally. Let's see. So he gets a mental point for theologian. He gets 10 skill points. Traits he gets, or no general. And And then Theologian gets 2 points. And he has to take Learned.
Welcome to the Math Squad.
Hey, the long con. So he has to take Learned, so that's good. He is a learned man. He can also be insightful, bookworm, and academic. Bookworm and academic. This guy's gonna require some customizing, I think, when we get here. So yeah, right? Like maybe he learned that God was sick. Right? Maybe he knew. Maybe like we know he came here with angel tattoos already. Maybe he was already a heretic. Yeah, he came here to witness the death of God. Ooh, fuck. And that goes great with a conversation he had with Agatha about seeing the future but being unable to prevent what happens. Oh, fuck, that's great. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's so, so good. Okay, so let's look at his skills. So he has to take, what is it? Theologian. He has to take Doctrine if he hasn't got it already. He does. Okay. Anything new here? Rhetoric, I think, is new. Release Rhetoric. Okay. So you got Rhetoric. He also needs Philosophy, which I don't think he has yet. He also needs, yeah, I mean, he could think that he was called on to be God's, like, fucking deliver the last rites, right? Maybe God said to him in a dream, like, you must learn the ways to set me at ease and usher in the age of angels, right? Like, I don't know. We don't know what God's about. He died. Okay, so Rhetoric, Philosophy. Does he have a regular history? Yep. Religious history, Church Law, I think is a new one for him. Church Law. Here we go. Church Law. It's not a wise. Okay. Church Law. Obscure history, read and write, which I think he has already. Cool. I'm into it. Yeah, Iron Fist. I don't think he ever like. No, he never like lived in the city. I think he was very much like a religious. He was raised religiously. And I'm okay with him being 54. It's fine. Because then he's older than Agatha, but he's not like an ancient wizened crone, right? I mean, that's usually a thing you call old ladies, but whatever. I like the idea of him being a crone. But no, he's good. I think we're good where he is. Okay, so that means that our boy Robillard here is 54 years old. So he's mannish. He is 41 to 55.
You have returned.
What's up, Pugwolf? He has 6 more points to spend on mental pool stuff. Hot damn. Well, let's even out his perception. Let's call his perception 6, will 6. I'm actually gonna bump him up to perception 7. I guess I could. What's summoning based on? We could also gray shade him, but that'll put him down to like 2, and I don't want a 2 for anything. Summoning. The skill of summoning is oh, I just have it. I have it bookmarked. Let me find it here. That's corruption. Art magic, religion, enchanting, spirit binding. Here we go. Summoning. Okay. So summoning, the skill is based probably on will. So I might bump him up.
Our illustrious champion
Where's that skill, buddy?
returns. Welcome home.
Okay. Not there. Hey, Damiku, thank you. It's based on perception. It's in gold. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Waze. Helpful. All right, so based on perception. So that's good. We'll have his perception at 7. It's a good place to start. His physical pool, I care somewhat less about. I'm going to give him 4 in fort, 2 in speed, 3 agility, 2 power. Let's call him 5 fort. I think he's a tough old man. Cool. All right. We have 58 skill points to spend on this old guy. Let's open all the stuff we have to. It's 58, but it's actually 53. So, okay. So that's that. We need to get this down to 5 remaining. So I'm going to boost him. God, what did we give him already for his skills and stats? He's got to have at least 3 in suasion. None of this should be a problem. These are all listed skills. So let's just go ahead and mash in there. All right. So I'm going to open read and write, obviously. I don't think he cares much for the rule of law. Oratory, delivering speeches and stuff. Oh, did I miss rhetoric? Right. I missed Roderick. There it is. Okay. I was going to give it to him anyway. Okay, so let's just open some shit. Let's open history, persuasion, symbology, ritual, church-wise, parish-wise. I don't think tithe-wise really matters for him. Intimidation, obscure history, philosophy, church law. He's a big old nerd. All right, now let's make these good. So suasion, I'm going to just fucking blast the shit out of suasion. I'm going to give him 4 points in suasion. I'm going to give him... Where's some of the weird shit? We're going to give him 3 points in symbology. We give him 2 more points in etiquette. 3 more points in history. I want him to be real focused. Another point in ritual. Another point in obscure history. Another one in philosophy. 3 more in persuasion. Jesus, he is so skilled. God damn. Okay, well, let's give him some more oratory because that makes sense. Some more in doctrine. I still got to spend 12 more points. Shit. All right, well, let's bump that suasion up to 5. Let's give him 2 in rhetoric. Fuck it. I'm going to give him another in philosophy. Give him another one in church law. Are we down to 5 yet? Nope. Still 12. A beast of skills. All right. Well, let's just keep making these better until we run out of points. Let's give him another 2 in obscure history. You know, all kind of shit. All right, got spent 4 more points. 2 more in symbology. Sorry, that should be 5. Religious history, we'll give him 3. No, 2, and then we're good. Okay, there we go. Damn, he's so good at, like, doctrine. Unlike the king, this guy will blast your ass in a fucking duel of wits. He's much better now than he was before. So now he has general skills. So here, let me see what all this shit is based on first and foremost, because then I gotta do that. So here we go. Read and write are based on perception. That's right? Or read certainly is. God, this is the part that's like a little like, it's tedious if you're doing a character with 8 life paths. It's much easier if you're just doing a character with 1. I mean, a baby. You're not gonna make a baby, but you know what I mean. Like a regular character. Okay, so right is perception and agility because you're actually using your hands and eyes to do it. Okay. Read is based on perception, I'm guessing. Yep. All right, good. Rule of law, he did not take. Oratory is based on will. Yep. Doctrine. Next character, I'm going to roll up a baby. He's a 1 life path baby. Perception. Etiquette is based on... Also perception, probably? Will and perception. There we go. Bureaucracy. He didn't take. History is a perception skill. Persuasion is a will. Symbology is a perception skill. Suasion is will. Ritual is... Is this the performing of rituals or the knowing thereof? I think it's the performing. Ritual. Rituals of blood, rituals of night, ritual, will, and perception. Right, it's both. It's the knowing and the doing. Okay, religious history is perception. Church-wise, parish-wise, and tithe-wise are all... He didn't take tithe-wise, but those are all perception skills. Yeah, ritual is both. Yep, will and perception. Intimidation he took, and it's will. Obscure history is perception. Rhetoric is will. Philosophy is perception. Will and perception. Interesting. Okay. And then church law. Church law. Jude law. Church law. There it is. It's his brother. Also perception. Okay. All right. So now we can figure out he's got 5 points to spend. And to begin, yeah, rhetoric is perception. There we go. It's the same. Like his will and his perception are the same. So let me find the skill he absolutely has to have. We have to have him with cercination. We have to have him with summoning. We know he has soothing platitudes, which I'll just open but not do anything with. And then, like, I'm probably just gonna open all of these. He has Imperialia. How's it spelled? Imperialia? Fucking church law. Yeah, it's all the same, right? Will, perception, same shit. And then I was thinking angel-wise, but we'll see. So summoning was on 303. Yeah, here we go. So summoning is perception. Soothing platitudes is perception as well, maybe? Stuff-wise. Soothing platitudes as well, yep. And Imperalia is spelled, and then we'll figure out how it works. I think I spelled it right. It's angel-wise. Yeah, totally. It's demonology, but for angels. And demonology is kind of like knowing about demons. And this guy, I don't actually think I'm going to need to adjust anymore. Like, I think we just caught him at the... This is him. We have all the life paths we need from him. This is him in the moment of play. Imperialia. The study of hierarchies, courts, and denizens of the celestial halls of light. The opposite of demonology. And that is based on motherfucking perception. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 we've opened. Oh, can someone scroot cercination for me if you're got your book handy? Cercination. Yes. Velxier, character creation is complex. This is like making a 20th level D&D character. Like this guy, you would never really play a game like we're all eight life path characters. This is a character who's not an adventurer or wasn't really. He became an important NPC, unfortunately, recently in his life. Perception and agility. Okay. So cercination is percepto to, yeah, right. The knowing and the doing. It's like writing. Okay. So I'm okay with him not actually being that great at summoning. This is, what is he down to? 1 point. I'm going to just buy him a wise. And I'm going to call it like forbidden knowledge wise. Something like that. Like he knows too much. Yeah. And that's it. So like, yeah, his summoning is not great. I mean, Miro's wasn't either. And that's why he needs help and other summoners, etc., etc. Let me just check if there's anything that I'm owed. Suasion, soothing platitudes. Okay, no. So these will all change in their numbers, but they can stay. That's his skills. He's fucking awesome at symbology and suasion and doctrine and obscure history. He's just started to learn how to do all the weird shit. So, yeah, this guy's going to be a hell of a thing to get into a duel of wits with, but he's going to be easy to out magic. Now I've got six more points. So 6 more points for traits. And I think we're going to buy him Faithful. Because, fuck it, it's super magic, and it only costs him 1. So he gets Faith. Do I want any of these other ones? Insightful, Bookworm, Academic. I don't think those are... I'm going to get Obsessive. He's got 4. I'd love to buy him... like a good trait. Let me look if there's any traits that affect summoning. I'd like to buy him like a cool, like a 4-point die trait or something if we can get one that is related to his magic shit that isn't gifted. Let me look and see if any traits assist in summoning. Okay, let's see. He needs to buy orders, but that's resource points. Empowerment, linked tests, doesn't matter, you can use it, blah blah blah. Yeah, rep affiliation for something, but that'll come in a moment. Joining orders, Cercination. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any traits that are gonna help him out. So let's buy him. Let's buy him some cool. Let's buy him some cool trait from the book. Let's look for some expensive shit we can buy. Oh, tattooed. He has to have tattoos. Yeah, that's absolutely a thing. I just remembered. So has to have that. We know that is a thing about him. Oh, he also gets for free. He is cosmopolitan. Raven-haired, and what's the third one? He doesn't have to pay for these. Cosmopolitan, raven-haired, and fuck, what was the other one? Where's my PCs here? Alessandra, cosmopolitan, raven-haired, and not independent. Yeah, it was. Oh, it totally was. I think he's had that voted off of him. He accumulates people around him. Yeah, independent was his cultural, but I think, and I don't think he's raven-haired anymore. I think he's still cosmopolitan though. All right, so he's got, yeah, 6th Sense or Second Sight, something like that. That might be cool. How much does Cassandra cost? Oh, it's not in here. Okay, did we just make that one up? I'm gonna give him Cassandra. I guess he's just gonna get traits. Cassandra's 1 point. Yeah, I don't see it in the trait index, but yeah, because I kind of like the idea. No, maybe he kept it a secret. I don't think he told everybody about his vision from God. I think maybe God told him not to. I want to buy him a 3-point fucking trait. Let's see what kind of good shit we can get for 3 points. Let's see. What's a fun one? He could buy Dreamer. I think we got one of those. I don't want to take that away. Jesus Christ. Eldritch Sync is 8 points. Eye of the Hunter. Extrovert. Fearless. Fearless might be good. He's not an apostate. Aura of Martyrdom. Nah. Avarice, Black Bile Poison, Blank Stare. Charismatic. What's Charismatic a call on for? Charismatic sounds fun because he is, right? He's accumulating these people about him. Where's my traits? What is Charismatic? It's a call on for something. If it's a call on for something good that he has, then... Oh yeah, and he gets 2 corruption traits. Fucking awesome. All right. We'll roll those in a second when I'm done with this. Charismo, Persuasion and oratory. Nice. Yeah, so suasion for him too. All right, I'm taking charismatic. So that cost me 2 points. Okay, and then we get one more 1 point trait. He gets one trait rolled at 2. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Confident is a 1 point trait. I'm gonna give him that. Cosmopolitan, charismatic, and confident. You cannot shake him from his ways. All right, so these aren't required, but he took them. Okay, so let's roll one for his corruption trait, and I get to pick this one for him. Oh no, he has one already. He has Wolverine. Perfect. Then he's good. I forgot about that. We already did it. Okay, excellent. Okay, so we have our confident, multi-skilled dude here. Let's do his attributes. The average of his will and fort is 5. Raised or lowered by page 91. So yeah, which means the next time he gets corrupted, bad things will happen to him. I think it's Miro. Okay. If he has to pick one for charismatic, it's suasion for sure. Does he live in squalor and filth? Is he frail or sickly? No. Severe wound in the past? No. Tortured and enslaved? No. Dwarf, elf, or orc? No. Athletic and active? Fuck no. Live in a really clean and happy place? No. So health is 5. Steel starts at a base of 3 and then is raised from here. So steel. Has he taken a conscript, soldier, bandit, squire, or knight type life path? No. Ever been severely wounded? No. Murdered by his own hand. I mean, kinda. No. Nah, no human sacrifice for this guy. God wouldn't like it. Nabros. Welcome. Thank you. Tortured, enslaved, or beaten? No. Sheltered life? Not really, no. Raised in a competitive culture? Not really. Given birth to a child? No. Is he gifted or faithful or an equivalent? Yes. So that goes up to 4. Is his perception 6 or higher? Yes, that goes up to 5. Okay. Yep. Is his will 7 or higher? I believe that it is. Oh, almost. Will is 6. Nope. I think we're good. So he'll just keep it. So it's 5 or higher, so he gets 1 more. Not a bad estimate on my part. I thought he would probably have 7. Is fort 6 or higher? I think it's 5. Yeah. I'm gonna bump it. I'm gonna make his agility 2, and we're gonna make him fort 6 because I think I want him to have that extra point of steel. So that puts him up to 7. Because I can make that call. All right, we got his reflexes. Don't have to worry about his mortal wound right now. He's got corruption 2. His faith is. Now, this is faith in the angels. I think it'll probably be slightly lower than usual. Let me find the faith questions. But he can still get miracles. He gets miracles from the Holy Choir, but they're just new. I think God or an angel pretending to be God was like grooming him for the last 10 years. So actually, I think we're good to just do the faith questions, and I think he's gonna have an okay faith. He's a little driven here. Faith questions. Where are they? 522 maybe. I know it's the questions are in a weird place. So this is all what faith can do. Nope. Right, like the angel of future sight or whatever, like the angel of prophecy. Right, because God, aside from like Moses, God was never like, yo, motherfuckers, do what I say. He like sent angels. Like the Annunciation is a whole big fucking thing. So he was totally enunciated too. If anybody knows where the faith questions are, I would love to hear it. But in the meantime, I will search them out. Faith. 206 maybe? Oh, this is feeling better. Okay. Aha! Whom do you trust most When in danger, whom do you consult for aid? Ultimately, how can you best serve your allies? I think he trusts most the angels, and he best serves them, best serves his allies through the angels. So I think it's +2 rather than +3. So I'm going to give him a B5 for his faith. Because I think for now, when in danger, he doesn't consult the angels. He consults himself. Because he doesn't get put in danger that often. Did the angels kill God? I don't know. Maybe. All right, let's buy this motherfucker some stuff. I mean, the angels are weird, right? They are super weird. They're not... They're like... We've drawn some analogies between the angels and the spirits. Like, they're not that... they're not that easy to understand. I think I'm only going to give him one affiliation. He gets the Restless Dead for free. So... Affiliated order, Restless Dead Journeyman. That's free. So whatever. He can summon ghosts, but he doesn't really want to. I'm going to buy him... I'm going to buy him the First Order. Nah, fuck it. He's got a lot of points. Let's buy him the Third Order. Let's clear this shit up. Third Order, Major Corporeal Spirits. That costs him 50. Major Corporeal Spirits for 3 extra dice. Okay. So, Third Order. 3 dice. Okay, great. Does he have a reputation among the spirits? I don't... maybe. Nah. 10 points seems like a decent amount. So let's say rep, angels, a loyal man, right? Like he can be trusted. Yeah, they've been working with him. They got a little reputation. The angels have been working on him. Great. So he's in that order. He doesn't really care about anything else. And he wants only the love of major corporeal spirits. Oh, that costs another 7 for these fuckers. So there we go. Because they are major corporeal spirits. Who will demand of him all kinds of bullshit. Right? Major corporeal spirits can do all but social. And they demand mark plus other people's souls at Ob 9. I don't think he's ever successfully summoned one, but he's been practicing. He's been readying himself. He'll have 7 dice, I think, to try to get 9 successes. So, yeah, that's going to be tricky. He's working on it. He hasn't done it yet, but he knows he's building helpers around him, other summoners who can assist. Now let's buy him some mundane shit. So this particular nerd of God, I think he's got a relationship with the sister, who isn't a big deal to anybody, but is loyal to him and has a relationship of his. Let me find what this costs. Oh, I should buy him here. Let me buy his other affiliations first. The church, and then he has another affiliation with the choir, his new thing. He has a reputation, ambitious weirdo. Like, a lot of people look at him and are like, hey, this is that guy who could have been amazing, but then all of a sudden he just got weird and disappeared into the church libraries for 10 years. So he has a reputation, an affiliation with the church, which is going to be a large regional or expansive group. We did this with the Kings. This was 25. This is a 2-die affiliation with the church. He has an affiliation with the choir, which is small, local, or specialized. So an extra 1-die with them. They're a new and burgeoning religion. Does Tonsard give him a free thing? I think it's like another separate affiliation. Let me look. Tonsured. Taste for man flesh. 350. It's a die trade. It wouldn't surprise me. And then he has marker privilege, right? Which is like a free 1-die noble one. I mean, I'm not going to do a lot of circlesing with these guys. Yeah, 1-die affiliation with a monastic or religious order. So, affiliation. Monastic order for 1-die. Cost him 0. Okay. And then vested. He's also vested, right? Yep, which is another 1-die with the church. Vested order. So like this is like a specific, like the Franciscans, right? Like this is his specific smaller stuff. So he has a reputation, which we were buying him, which costs him reputation of regional or notable. So it's 25 points. So he's not going to have a lot of points for relationships and stuff. Yeah, I'll figure out these monastic orders and name them later. I'm not going to just like come up with that shit, but it's around. We'll figure it out. Okay, so that's a lot of reputation and affiliation and order. He's only got 25 resource points for other stuff. He owns the place where where the church currently is, right? So like an old semi-abandoned church for property. So let's see here. And a skill toolkit for cercination and stuff, right? So skill toolkit is 8. And that costs him, yep, that much. He's got 17 left. I don't think this is as big as a villa. I think it's like smaller than that because it's crap. So it'll cost 10. A house or cottage industry. Yep. Okay. So abandoned church for 10. And then he has to have a relationship, but I don't know, maybe he doesn't have a relationship with. No, let's give him one. We'll give him one relationship. She is the only person he really has a relationship with. So, and let's see how much she costs. Hopefully we can get her to exactly 7. Or somewhere near there. Where are my relationships? Where have you gone, relationships? Here we go. Okay, so she's not important. Minor role, so that cost her 5. It's only going to get worse from here. And then not immediate family, not forbidden romantic love, not hateful. Cost him 5. That's easy. And then 2, I mean, he's just got like clothes and stuff. So I'll just leave him at that. Let me grab my calculator. I'll figure out his resources. Okay. So here we go. All right. So property, reputation, and affiliations, but not relationships, spells, or gear. 57. Okay, he's going to be baller, though. 10, 25, 10. Another 10. Wait, Jesus, it's all of these. Okay. So 57, 35, another 35. And then property. So another 10. Oh my God, I think he's richer than the king. Divided by... Oh, no, he's not. Divided by 15. He's close. He has a resource point. He's 9 resources. Baller. Cool. So he can buy whatever he needs. He's a man of means. Which makes sense. Both of these guys are Ekaterina's going to be quite the same, but like from Cityborn. Because she's going to be affiliated and have lots of property and stuff. Cool. So 9 resources. Half of his will is 3. So we start with 3 for circles. And then property and relationships. Okay, it doesn't go up because he didn't fucking spend shit. He spent 15 points. Yeah, resources isn't just money, obviously, but it could be, right? He could make some fucking cash dice out of this. Cool. All right. Let's give him some beliefs and instincts. And then we'll do one more character. So his first belief is a new age has dawned for the faith. An age of angels. I will be their prophet. It is my destiny to be their prophet. It is my fated destiny to be their prophet. This new religion, my new religion, is in its infancy and must be flexible if it is to survive these first steps. So this is the one about Agatha, right? Basically, like, I can't be like a hardline crazy dude the way I might have learned. Yeah. Okay. That's the Agatha one. And then, because I'm not going to be changing these much. These are just for me. Oh, Destiny. Good stuff, Adam. And then a third one about, I want one about the nobility. Because I want to hook him in with Alessandra again. But also we had that thing about him like wanting the music. So I don't need to believe about this, but he might seek out Emilio. But let's see here. The nobility yet retain their corporeal power and must be courted carefully. Yeah, so he's just like, we got to go after them nobles because they got that power. But I could very easily see Lodovic scooping in and being like, yo, you know who's got corporeal power? I got guns. I got mercenaries. Check out my funds. So his instincts, I am totally gonna like. We're gonna tie it back here. Dave, this one's for you. Never ignore a sign of the angels' holy machinations. What else? What else what would he do instinctively? When I debate religion, no, it seems too, it's not instinctive. Okay, here we go. Whenever I have the time, study my ancient tomes. Oh, I got a good one. When I hear a pretty tune, always stop to listen. This ties in both the fact that he's a Corvidae and that he's obsessed with music. Primo, I like that one. That's a good one. All right, cool. When I hear a pretty tune, always stop to listen. Yep. Awesome. Father Robillard Garrulus. Done and done. So what's interesting is I'm taking some of my inspiration from Father Robillard Garrulus and his new religion from the choir and that stuff in Nomine. The idea of music as the tapestry of the world. Yeah, totally. I'm gonna kind of look into that. I think that his lack of musical composition skill, he's learning it. He's working on it. Cool. So that's Father Robillard.